Alright, folks, welcome back to the Array Archive series. This is episode... wait, what episode is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Oh, episode 9 of the Array Archive series. In this episode, we're going to be going over the weakest PD array, the volume imbalance. Now, how does the volume imbalance actually form? Think of it as literally a separation between the candle's bodies, okay? In, I guess you can say, a verbal definition, the formation of a volume imbalance, let's say a bullish formation, right? Or it forms when price is going higher. If we have a bullish candle right here, for example, right? This is a bullish candle, boom. Then you have another bullish candle come in, right? You see that separation between the first candle's closing and the second candle's opening? Between those 2 points would be your volume imbalance. Now, here's something I need to clarify. I'm going to go ahead and draw that out. This would be your volume imbalance, right? But you're probably like, what about the wicks? Would this be a true gap or would this be a volume imbalance? That's the tricky part. Whenever there is a separation in between the candles like that, the separation between the bodies, right? And the wicks of both candles collide, that's the volume imbalance. If they do not collide and it's just an open gap in price, it's not a volume imbalance. If for example, if there was no wicks here and it's just a true liquidity void, which is what ICT calls it, because that's literally what it is. There's no orders in your period. If there was a literal gap in price, this is not a volume imbalance. I have about 3 examples here, and I might just highlight one to show you. But if we had, for example, a wick here, put a little wick up there, and then a little wick down here, that is a volume imbalance. That would be a volume imbalance, because if we look, do you notice how the high and the low, or in a sense the wicks, they collide, they meet. This creates a what? A nice little volume imbalance that you can use, all right? Now the volume imbalance is very unique, okay, very, very unique. I call it the weakest PD array, but it can actually be the strongest. Hear me out. This here, right? Pay attention real quick. I already highlighted this volume imbalance. I'm gonna delete it real quick just so you can see it. See that? That's the separation. I'm gonna zoom in real quick. There's actually 2 of them. There's 2 of them stacked right on top of each other. So there's one right here and then another one right next to each other. So if we want to highlight both of them, we can do that. But the one I'm mainly looking at is this one. There's no reason why, but it's just, you know, the latest one. Separation between these 2 candles' bodies right here. Now, I did mention earlier in a bullish example that you would use the separation between the first candle's close to the second candle's, the second candle's open. But in this case, since the first candle is actually bullish and this is a bearish formation of a volume imbalance, and when I say bearish formation, there's a reason I'm saying bearish formation, okay, because it's forming while price is going down. But there's no such thing as a bearish volume imbalance. There isn't. You're gonna hear why in a second, but there's no such thing as a bullish or a bearish volume imbalance. It's literally just called volume imbalance. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. But since this is a bullish candle, you would just use, you know, the separation, okay? So just to keep it simple, it's literally just a separation. Okay, we're not even gonna make it that hard. We're gonna highlight the other volume imbalance too. Here we go. So that's our volume imbalance. Now, when it comes to this here, since you understand the formation of it, this is a bearish formation. It's literally the same exact thing, bullish or bearish. It's just 2 bodies separating. That's it. The volume imbalance is very unique because price can run through it at any time. That's why it is so weak. That's the reason it is so weak. You see how price just goes through it easily? There's multiple examples of this, by the way. There's even a volume imbalance rate. Well, no, that's a true gap. Never mind. But there's one here. You see this over here? See this volume imbalance? This volume imbalance is just getting abused. Just back and forth movement through it constantly. You see that? That's the volume imbalance right there. The separation, and it's just getting abused. That's what makes it the weakest. But. If price ever refers to this and actually respects the volume imbalance, that is one of the strongest confluences you can have. You have the immediate rebalance, but if price respects a volume imbalance, it becomes stronger than the mitigation block. That might sound crazy, but if that happens, in which it does happen here, you see the little body right here? See how we come above the volume imbalance, drop back down into it, deliver higher? That is stronger than a mitigation block. I'm not kidding. That right there, that signature right there is stronger than a mitigation block. But it does not beat the immediate rebalance. For the ones that know about it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, how would we classify the volume imbalance as it being exhausted. Like, how would it be exhausted? Whenever both sides of it have been delivered. Meaning. Okay, listen here. You see how price uses it for buy side delivery here? It wicks above it, drops back down into it, okay? We have this wick here, but like I said earlier, price can go through this very easily. Think of it as it cares, but it doesn't care, okay? So it doesn't care when it's mandatory, okay? I'm assuming it dropped down, took out previous day's low for some liquidity, then rallied back up, keeping the two bodies within the immediate rebalance. I mean, not immediate rebalance, I'm thinking too fast. But the volume imbalance in order to deliver higher. So one side, just one side of this volume imbalance has been delivered. Why not bearish? Why not bearish? Well, I thought it came into it here. That's where it's forming. It's forming in between these two candles. Any other candle before this, we didn't see it visit this and drop lower. So what other side of the volume imbalance do we still have to deliver? Sell side. We delivered buy side. Yeah, we did do that. But guess what? Has sell side been delivered? No. So, in a sense, this volume imbalance still exists. The algorithm can still refer to this. You're probably like, no way. It's not going to refer to it. Well, obviously, it's not going to do that. But, I mean, it could. It really could in the future. But you get what I'm saying. It still exists. This is still a valid PD rate until it delivers both sides, in which it hasn't done yet. But, if you want to highlight this volume imbalance instead, since they're right on top of each other, then yes, you can say that this volume imbalance has been exhausted. Okay, you want to see? I'll draw it out very small if I can get it. Separation, draw that out. Now look here, I'm going to pull this in. Can I do it? Thank you. Here is the separation. You see this candle right here? See that? See how it wicks up into it? Drops 500 points. Pretty nice, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Anyway, see that? That's more than 1,000 points because there's still more wick right there. See that? So from here all the way to here, that's 1,161 points. Why am I highlighting that? I'm highlighting this because I'm showing you the magnitude of the volume imbalance if it's respected. This is 1,000 points within 3 days. Okay. 3 separate trading days made 1,161 points. That's insane. What this also shows you is since the magnitude of this delivery lower is so high, what has been delivered? Sell side. The sell side portion of this volume imbalance has been delivered. What's left? Buy side. Does that get delivered? Yes, it does right here. Wicks above it, drops back down, the bodies stay within it. This wick comes down, takes out previous day low for some liquidity, and guess what? Rallies higher. Yep. Matter of fact, you want to see the magnitude of just that candle alone? Yeah, I think we all see that number. That says 822 points. Pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Anyway, I've been talking a little too much on this example. Next one. Because I have a very minimal amount of examples because the volume balance, it forms a lot. But I wanted to find some examples of where price actually touches it and uses it. So here's 2 right here, actually. Both the sell side and the buy side getting delivered of this volume balance. So here's the separation right here. You want to drag it over, just so you can see it. That is the separation right there. Right, so we're going to bring it all the way back. Now let's zoom in here. How does the sell side portion of it get delivered? Well, look. This candle meets it. See that? See the bodies? The wick visits it. It's like, okay, oh, it's like, hey, volume balance, can we come down there and use you? And it's like, sure, yeah, come on down. Next candle creates another volume balance within it. I didn't even notice that until now. But there's actually another volume balance right here. So, since this is created, the volume balance is like, yeah, come on through, you use me. So, it drops down past it. Guess what? Wicks up into it. You can see that, you can eyeball it that it wicks up into its equilibrium. And guess what? Drops. Now, how big was this candle? Let's do that again, shall we? A nice casual 488 points. Yeah. Very, very casual. But that's the life-changing money, bro. If you just catch 100 points of that, that is insane. But you can already see what I'm talking about when I say that the weakest PD array the volume imbalance can be the strongest. And this is the evidence right here. One candle, just one candle that's respecting this volume imbalance, delivered 500 points in a single trading day, mind you. On the last day of August. I mean, not August, but October. You see that? October 31st right there. Now, let's go over here. Let's go over here, shall we? Here's that same volume imbalance, that same separation right there. See that? Guess what? Look over here, right? We got this aggressive expansion lower, rebalancing this liquidity void right here. This is liquidity void. Rebalance it. What does it hit? The volume imbalance. Now pay attention to how price is referring to it. You're going to see how crazy this is. I'm going to zoom all the way in. See these bodies? That's already one confluence right there. The bodies are staying not above it, but right there, right at the tippity top of it. See that? So that's one confluence that price is respecting it, right? Now, does it do it more? Does it do it like multiple times? Yes, it does. See the wick? Yeah, it dips into it and it stays within it. So what is happening here? It's not necessarily respecting it. With the bodies, it's respecting it, yes. But when it comes to the wicks, what is it doing? With the wicks, they are reaccumulating what? Longs. They are reaccumulating longs within this order block, or in a sense, hedging. They are hedging and reaccumulating positions within this volume imbalance to what? Deliver higher. And guess what? Come back down. There's that wick. Once it enters the volume imbalance, what are they doing? They're hedging. They're accumulating longs. Guess what? It happens again. Drop all the way down. Guess what? You see that wick? It stays within the volume imbalance. This is not a coincidence. Price is not random. And guess what happens? It takes a little bit of consolidation. But guess what happens? It delivers higher. Yep, it delivers higher. Want to see how crazy that move was just off of the volume imbalance? Let's see here. We're going to start here. Yeah. 1,700 points. You want to get even more minuscule? Here, let's do the actual days that respected it. We got this little candle here. If I can highlight it, my goodness. That's 200 points. It's amazing, isn't it? This day here, 366 points. Amazing. Just truly amazing. And then even this day here, 410. Wow. So you see what I'm talking about now, right? That's what I mean by the weakest PD array can be the strongest magnitude-wise. What I mean by magnitude is it can lead to a very aggressive and straightforward move very quickly if respected. But what I mean by weak is price can move through it easily if it needs to. But whenever price wants to refer to it, it's going to refer to it. And it's going to refer to it very well, as we can clearly see. So we're going to do this last example real quick, because I don't want to, blow up your brain because I'm talking so much. Here we go. So here's one side of it. This is the sell side portion of the volume imbalance being delivered. There's the separation right there. See that? Want to pull it over just so you can see? There you go. There's that separation. Pull that all the way back out. Mark this as a volume imbalance. There we go. Now let's look here. Let's look at how price respects it and what is actually happening here. Here's the first candle that visited, but that's a match that I'm going to keep that in there. Here is the first candle that visits it, okay? The wick digs into it, accumulates, hits its upper quadrant, in which I wouldn't really necessarily use the quadrant for this. Well, how big is it? Falls on that? About 61 points. So yeah, you can use the quadrants on this because this is a decently large PD array. So if we zoom in again, you can see that upper quadrant does get respected. And guess what? We have this next candle's body staying at the equilibrium. Guess what? Next candle's body staying at the equilibrium. Look at the wicks. See how the wicks are going outside of it a little bit? That's what's supposed to happen. It's intended. Don't be surprised if it doesn't. It's meant to happen. That's why it's called the weakest PD array. Because price can do this. It can abuse it a little bit. It can beat it up. It can turn it into a little punching bag. A lot. So don't be surprised. Just if you're worried about it just getting violated, it can't. Because it gets violated constantly. You get what I'm saying? The only time it's really gone, or the volume balance is really, not existent anymore, is whenever price delivers both sides of the volume balance. And this is just sell side. So here we go. We got that final touch of the volume balance right here, with a immediate rebalance next to it also. So this should create a crazy move. See that? This candle's low here, pulls all the way back up, hits it. That's the immediate rebalance. And then this wick here hits the volume balance's lower quadrant, respecting it once again. Now let's see what exactly happens. Here's the first day of the delivery away from it. Whoa, 340 points. Amazing. Here's another day. Whoa, does it say 400 points? Oh my god, let me see that again. Wait, can I do it? Hello? Can I? Okay, thank you. Whoa, 463 points. You see what I'm talking about now, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny? I didn't even notice this until now. But look at that. I'm just showing you this because I want to show you how price of you it abuses it. Okay, it's going to disrespect it, but in a sense it can't get disrespected because it's meant to get disrespected because it is literally the weakest PD rate. But you get what I mean, right? Until price is ready to use it, it's going to use it. And guess what? Right here, it uses it. Wick up into it, reaccumulating. Wick up into it, reaccumulating. Two bodies stay below it. That's respect. Guess what happens? Gigantic candle. Whoa, this is at least 1,000 points. Well, no, 800. But, dude, even still, 800 points is amazing. Am I right? Am I wrong? Should be right, because, bro, if you can... Some people just look for 30 points, and people say that's life-changing money. I teach you how to catch 200, 300. I go for a low of 100 points a day on that. Me personally. But a 800-point day off of a volume imbalance, you get the narrative. Volume imbalances are insanely strong whenever they are referred to. Here's another day, 635 points. Pretty insane, isn't it? Yeah, I know. And here is the buy side of it getting delivered if you want to look over here. And then I'm going to end this video here. Wait, did I just delete the volume imbalance? No, I didn't want to do that. Let me hurry up and end this video, guys. I made it a little too long for you. I'm so sorry. So here we go. We're going to make this pretty quick. Price accumulates within these three wicks. Accumulates longs. 1, 2, 3. All the bodies stay above it. There is a liquidity pool below this. This candle here drops below the liquidity pool, snatching all that liquidity that's there. And while it does that, it visits the volume balance's lower quadrant. And guess what? Jumps higher. Want to see? Whoa, 427 points. Whoa, 286 points. Whoa, 297 points. You get the point. Volume balances are super strong, and hey, if you might want to practice this because I don't want you to get confused between this here. You see that? How that's literally just a separation completely. That's a true gap, or as we call a true liquidity void. This is a true liquidity void right here. But you see every example that I highlight has the wicks colliding. Okay, you do understand that? You do? Hopefully you do. But you see that? Wicks colliding. Wicks colliding. And there should be another one around here somewhere. But here you go. Wicks colliding. But you get the point. You get what I'm trying to explain here. Anyway, this is the end of episode 9 of the Array Archive series. I hope I taught this well, and I hope you can use it when it comes to these big markets. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Good luck and good trading.